Uganda's economy has remained resilient and continues on a steady recovery from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the 2022-2023 financial year, the economy grew at a healthy 5.5% per annum. With the 2023-2024 budget now in effect, the aim is to continue advancing the socio-economic transformation of Uganda. The theme is the full monetization of the economy through commercial agriculture, industrialization, expanding and broadening services, digital transformation, and market access. In the past financial year, Uganda was named the #1 investment destination in East Africa by the AIM Global 2023 Abu Dhabi. The country has also been ranked among the top 10 African countries for best investment destination by the African Development Bank. It is now also ranked first in East Africa for capital market growth by Absa Bank. The economy grew from 162.9 trillion to 184.3 trillion shillings now. In dollar terms, an increase from $45.6 billion to $49.4 billion. Factors for the expansion of the economy are the services sector, which grew by 6.2% from 4.1% the previous year. The agriculture sector grew 5% despite the dry spell. The industrial sector grew 3.9% and was driven by manufacturing and construction. Inflation has also continued to slow down from a peak of 10.7% in the previous fiscal year to 6.2%. The export of Uganda's merchandise goods expanded to $4.2 billion from $3.1 billion in the previous financial year. This was driven by increases in the exports of gold, coffee, fish, sugar, beans, maize, and light manufactured products to regional markets. The Parish Development Model (PDM) was launched in 2022, and a total of 590.2 billion shillings has been disbursed to all the 10,459 parishes in the country. Under the Emyoga initiative, seed capital worth 249 billion was disbursed to 6,721 constituency-based Emyoga circles by March 2023. Over 600,000 individuals successfully applied for credit from their parish-based associations, of which almost half, 46%, were women, the youth at 25%, and PWDs at 4%. As efforts continue to grow, local enterprises, 19 skilling centers were established across the country under the Presidential Industrial Hubs initiative. 28,750 trainees have successfully completed training in skills program, and 6,110 are undergoing training in various fields. The initiative has also empowered the ghetto and less privileged urban youths across all the 5 divisions of Kampala. The country's universities, tertiary institutions and vocational training centers are producing the manpower required to power Uganda's industrial development and growth. Innovation hubs have sprung up where young, creative minds are developing new ideas and applications which are essential to catapult the country into the artificial intelligence era. Indeed, a lot has been achieved in the various sectors of the economy. Several irrigation projects have been completed and commissioned. Farmers continue to be provided with quality certified seeds and breeding stock for livestock farmers. For any meaningful growth in production and productivity to take place, post-harvest losses have been stemmed. Farmers and farmer groups have been supported with post-harvest handling equipment and assisted with setting up of modern storage facilities. Dairy production areas have been provided with milk coolers, high-grade milk handling equipment to facilitate post-harvest milk handling and transportation. Commercialization of agriculture is in high gear, whether on small or large-scale farms. Large coffee estates are being encouraged and actively promoted by government. The Macadamia Value Chain Development Project is underway with modern farmers and processes like Amag Farm in Mityana providing the lead. Hass avocado is another value chain and a development, with the Musubi farm in eastern Uganda leading the way for farmers in the country to take on the commodity. Fish farming has been commercialized, with companies like Victoria Treasures in Garuga, which farms now tilapia for the export market. One of the pillars for development is the industrialization drive. In 2022-2023, 8 government-owned industrial parks became operational in Namamve, Jinja, Bweyogere, Mbale, Soroti, Mbara, Kasese, Luzira. They are complemented by 3 privately developed industrial parks at Kapeka, Mukono, and Buikwe. Uganda's reputation as a tourism destination has continued to grow and was ranked by CNN as one of the top 10 best tourist destinations in the world. To consolidate this, the government plans to continue promoting domestic and inbound tourism. This includes marketing Uganda as a global and regional center for meetings, incentives, conference and exhibitions. Uganda has several top-quality hotels dotted across the country to provide world-class accommodation and other creature comforts. Coupled with the friendly population, Uganda has quickly evolved into the entertainment hub of the East African region, offering a vibrant entertainment scenery. Over the last financial year, there were visible improvements in healthcare outcomes, access to knowledge, and a decent standard of living. Today, on average, Ugandans live longer up to 64 years, up from 53 years as recently as 2015. More children are now attaining more years of schooling and enjoy higher incomes per capita. In the course of the fiscal year, 381 Health Center 2s were upgraded into Health Center 3s. 250 Health Center 3s were upgraded to Health Center 4. They have also been equipped and are now functional. 31 new Health Center 3s are under construction and are 90% complete in sub-counties that previously did not have any. The health referral system has also been enhanced. 143 intensive care units and 5 high dependency units in national and regional referral hospitals across the country have now been made fully functional. These will be completed with the full operationalization of the Mulago Super Specialized Hospital and the new state-of-the-art intensive care unit at the Uganda Cancer Institute. These advances go a long way in providing specialized care to all Ugandans and the reduction of medical referrals abroad. Significant progress has been registered in access to education. The literacy rate has steadily improved from 70.2% in 2012 to 79% in 2021. 8.8 million children are now enrolled in public primary schools. 833,000 pupils are in secondary, while 74,000 students are enrolled in tertiary institutions. In the course of the last financial year, 3,100 teachers were trained and inspection of learning institutions using e-inspection was enhanced in a bid to improve delivery of the recently launched curriculum. The Mountains of the Moon University was operationalized during the year. Upgrading of facilities was completed at Uganda Technical Colleges in Lira, Elgon and Bushenyi. 115 seed secondary schools in sub-counties without are currently undergoing construction. National safe and clean water coverage for human consumption now stands at 70%, with 67% access in rural areas and 72% in urban areas. Provision of safe water for the Greater Kampala metropolitan area is undergoing expansion and modernization with new pumping stations and distribution networks under construction. Additionally, 40 solar-powered mini-piped schemes serving 173,000 persons have been constructed across 15 least-served districts. The goal of government is to enhance access to safe and clean water to 85% coverage in rural areas and 100% coverage in urban areas by the year 2025. Transport infrastructure development is a major goal for Uganda's economic development. From a total of only 7,900 kilometers in 1986, today, Uganda's road network has expanded 20-fold to almost 160,000 kilometers. 6,700 kilometers of today's road network is paved, while the rest of the network allows access to the remotest parts of Uganda. Several ferries and support infrastructure like ferry landings are operational, allowing easy and safe access to communities living on the numerous islands of Uganda's lakes. The full rehabilitation of the Kampala-Malaba and Torogulu meter gauge railways is expected to commence in 2023-2024. For air travel, the redevelopment and expansion of Entebbe International Airport is now 85% complete, with full completion due in July 2024. The construction of Kabalega International Airport now stands at 91.7% and will be completed by September 2023. The power generation capacity in the country increased to 1,378.1 megawatts from 1,343.9 megawatts in March 2022. With the commission of the Karuma hydropower project planned for September 2023, generation capacity will grow to 1,978 megawatts. For power transmission infrastructure, a total of 417 kilometers of transmission lines was added to the main grid during the year, bringing the total transmission line network to 4,011 kilometers. The 248-kilometer Karuma-Kawanda, the 55-kilometer Karuma-Oluyo, and the 76-kilometer Karuma-Lira lines are now completed and will enable the transfer of electricity from the 600-megawatt Karuma Dam. Further plans are afoot next financial year to construct 761 kilometers of transmission lines and power substations in order to improve the stability and reliability of the national electricity distribution networks. Digital transformation is now one of the major objectives of the government. To date, 4,707 kilometers of optic fiber has been laid across the country. Geographical coverage of broadband services, 3G, now stands at 66%, and 25 broadband sites have been upgraded to 3G, providing services to over 700,000 Ugandans. Free Wi-Fi hotspots have been established at 9 border posts, namely Rakahaka, Bondwe, Mutukula, Busia, Vura, Katuna, and Elegu. In the current financial year, Wi-Fi will be expanded to 820 locations, targeting schools, hospitals, markets in selected sub-regions. In the all-important oil and gas sector, the final investment decision for the development of the East African crude oil pipeline was taken on 2nd February 2022. This now paves the way for fast-tracking the construction of the East African crude oil pipeline. The proposed national oil refinery and associated infrastructure in Hoima is under development. Infrastructure is also in place or is in the process of being installed and constructed for the country to begin pumping oil for local consumption and export in order to earn the country valuable foreign exchange. Science, innovation, and scientific research are key tenets for national development. Government has funded and supported several innovation and scientific research initiatives that will propel the Ugandan industry into the high-technology economy. They include vaccines research and development. This includes therapeutics and diagnostics, which will enable Uganda to enter into pathogen economy. There is also advanced automotive industry technology development and chipset and robotics manufacturing. Due to the importance of science, salaries for scientists were by 508 billion shillings. Efforts to support science will be ongoing, and scientists and innovators shall be helped to register their intellectual property rights. Development of the minerals sectors is also crucial for the transformation of Uganda's economy. Several strategic minerals like gold, rare earth for the high-tech manufacturing sectors, phosphate for the manufacture of fertilizers, huge reserves of high-grade iron ore, uranium, among others, are under exploration and development in Uganda. The new Minerals and Mining Act came into force in 2022. It is now in the process of being operationalized in order to regulate artisanal and small-scale miners who were previously not catered for. Government continues to strengthen security, good governance, and the rule of law. These are essential for the success of socio-economic interventions. The construction of the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal buildings in Kampala and the Soroti and Rukunjiri High Court buildings will be completed. In addition, the High Court buildings in Aleptong, Budaka and Liantonde and the Magistrate Court buildings in Karenga, Patongo and Abim will also be completed. In the course of the last fiscal year, tax laws were amended to improve the tax system and ensure fairness. The results generated 615 billion shillings in additional revenue, or 0.3% of GDP. The 2022-2023 financial year indeed witnessed Uganda's steady recovery from COVID-19. But modernization and commercialization of Africa still face challenges, the same with the manufacturing and services sector. However, they also offer opportunities. The economy is now set for transformation from a raw materials-based economy to a manufacturing and knowledge-based economy. It has set the stage for value addition, business growth, and job creation, a modern economy on the path to middle-income status.